2025 is now officially over, and I've been playing Marvel Snap for over a year now. So I am going to break down the entire year's worth of new cards. So this, I'm making this to specifically help newer players who don't know what to spend tokens on, who are just spending recklessly on snap packs. Okay, so the first month of the year, January. So let's talk about the season pass card, Iron Patriot. This card was pretty busted when it was released. It used to give -4 instead of -3. I think it's a great card. Works in hand gen and a few other archetypes. Just drawing a powerful card. Drawing a card in general is always good. So a 2 cost that draws you a card that you can essentially discount to really cheap is really good. V-Hand I consider an amazing must-own card. I think it goes in a lot of decks. It makes hand gen way better. It makes, if you like using Hood, it makes Hood better. Like it's an amazing card that is just it's up a contender for card of the year. I've seen that been thrown around a lot. Bullseye. I think I don't know if it's technically its own archetype. I mean, Bullseye discard's a thing, but you also need Dakin, and you probably need Meek, and I think it's just a really great discard card that makes, if you want to run that style of Swarm, Bullseye, Dakin discard, it's great. Moonstone, for all the same reasons as Bullseye, is the same version. There's Moonstone ongoing styles. I personally run a more Spectrum heavy ongoing with Doom 2099 and stuff, so I don't own Moonstones. I haven't felt like getting it because I like my ongoing shell that I run with currently, but there's people that Moonstone, Mystique, Mr. Fantastic, Onslaught, it is great for the people that want it that way. Ares I would put a tier below these 3. It's a good card. It's really good in Searcher and Sauron stuff, but there's a lot of big bodies, and I remember when Ares released, it was used pretty heavily, but I feel like I never see Ares around ever. Captain Falcon. This card I bought the season pass because it was so good when it released. Its release version would be above Victoria Hand, but then it got nerfed. The shield got nerfed, and so now it's just a great move and ongoing card that makes move and ongoing both better. It's never 100% needed. This one's hard for me to rate, Joaquin Torres, since I don't have him, but I know with Horde and I know with a lot of the new 1-cost skills, he's starting to become really good, so I could see him moving up to the green tier eventually. Thunderbolt Ross. It has times where it works, but it's too many restrictions. You're relying on the opponent. A draw is good, but I literally never see it used. I know there are some dump decks that utilize Red Hawk or Red Wing. I don't think it's as bad as Thunderbolt, but yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. There are so many good move and destroy cards that Uncle Ben is just not worth it. If you like Ronin or Darkhawk, Gorgon's great. It's a good kind of a tech card. Yeah, I guess I would consider Gorgon a tech card because it does just counter very specific things like Arishem and stuff. There are a lot of good afflict options, so I don't think Laufey is necessary really, but it's really good. And when it pops off in a lane, I use it personally in my high evo afflict combo deck. I don't have Ajax, I don't have Diamondback, so maybe I'm rating her too low. Maybe she should be up with these 3 because she is a great. Yeah, let's put her there. When I face a Diamondback deck, I'm usually pissed off at her, so that makes me feel like she is probably great for the afflict archetype. March was the last month where I bought the season pass just because I thought Agamotto looked freaking cool, and I love dinosaurs and prehistoric stuff. Jurassic Park's my favorite movie. So, and then I kind of realized that, yeah, I don't like the game more when I have the season pass, when I'm using the new card. There's so many cards in this game that are great that I own and don't use. So why would I spend money on one that just to try one new deck out? You know what I mean? That's kind of my logic. $10 isn't a lot. You can support the game if you want, but Second Dinner's kind of greedy, especially after the TikTok stuff and the Kid Omega stuff. It's yeah, I'll play your game for free. And it crashes all the time too. If they fixed the crashes and added more deck slots, I gladly pay $10 a month, but until they do that, they ain't getting another cent from me. I was thinking Agamotto was great. His spells used to be great, but now with so many other spells in the game and like another spellcaster who's a lot better, I think I'm gonna put him in just the good tier, which kind of sucks because I love Agamotto. I use him in my created cards deck, but yeah, I just don't see him enough, and his spells kind of have the randomness is the bad thing about Agamotto, I think. If there's no first Ghost Rider fans, then I'm dead. I love this card. It looks sweet. I run it with Hela and trying to hit Iron Man and Gore, but it's not the best card. Khonshu, my boy, I love this card. It's my favorite discard card by a long shot. I mean, that or Morbius, but that card's amazing. And it is called Khonshu discard now. It used to be Apocalypse discard or Dracula discard. Khonshu discard is like the standard discard, and for good reason. I like Starbrand a lot because I like Sauron a lot, and that's probably why I don't rank Ares as high. But I don't think I could put Starbrand up with those other ones. I don't believe he's like a necessity per se. Isan kind of fits in right with that Red Wing style. He's okay in Airsham, but nothing special, I don't think. Firehair is a great card. Great card in specific Firehair, decks that want to repeat those on abilities and destroy stuff. Yeah, Firehair is great. So for this season, I remember saving up keys so I can to get Strange, Goliath, and Hydrostomper. Those are the only 3 I got because those are the types of decks I like to run. The season pass card, Captain Carter, I think she should be up with Sam Wilson right there. Yeah, I think she's in this same tier. Great in Surfer, great in Ongoing, you know what I mean? Great in buff decks. Like, she's a really good card since she got moved to a 3 cost. When she was a 4, I'd probably put her down here. It hurts me to say this, but Strange might be average. Honestly, he's kind of a liability. He's like a guaranteed 1 lane winner. I'm gonna keep him as like the worst card in the good tier. Like, for Airsham created card stuff, like he's good at winning lanes, but he's just so random. Yeah, he's like fringe average, which is sad to say because I liked him a lot when he came out, but the more you play him, the more you realize he just loses you games. Goliath is an iconic Ongoing card, really good, really solid. It's just so way better Dazzler, and it's pretty much in every Ongoing deck. I added both Kahori and Infinity Ultron into this tier because I've seen them played in hand gen decks, and I know they can be strong, but I think Ultron, the stones are kind of too random, and just that style of deck kind of got replaced because of her. I'm putting Hydrostomper here because it's great in the silky smooth style, but there's so many good move archetypes and stuff that, yeah, it kind of just gets lost in the shuffle. So out of the May cards, I only have Prodigy and Surge, and when this month came around, I only got Surge because I knew, spoiler alert, Surge is going right up here. I honestly, is Surge better than Victoria Hand? Nah, I think Victoria Hand is more appropriate for her. She's better in the decks that she's good in, but Surge is better in more decks, if that makes sense. But these two are just like GOAT tier cards. I'm putting Esme along with Kahori and Infinity Ultron. I think she's better than them. I don't have her. I don't use her much. Maybe she's like right in between these two. She's that type of hand gen. She's good in negative. I know that, but negative deck has a bunch of good cards. You know what I mean? I don't know if it needs that extra help. I'm gonna go put Prodigy up here. Yeah, Prodigy's the best card in here, I think. It's so niche though. I'm gonna put Prodigy right. Actually, while I'm doing this, I think Bullseye is better than. I think Bullseye is better than most of these cards here, honestly. Because I hate facing Bullseye deck. Same with Moonstone. Moonstone's probably better than Captain Carter, I think. Yeah, Prodigy's right there. There was a time when end of turn and activate stuff with Invisible Woman, that Prodigy was just straight atrocious. But now that there's more options to disrupt them, like Deafening Chord, Cosmic Ghost Rider, like Prodigy kind of got knocked down. I still every now and then will get whooped by like a Prodigy Sarah Hitmonkey deck that are just like, wow, what the hell just happened? Shorn, I don't know how to say this. There's so many good move cards that this one isn't that great. Elixir's going here in the worst tier just because I feel like the Adamantium Fusion kind of took its niche and does it just so much better. Even like, yeah, there's cards that do what it does better. So this was the month where all hell broke loose. Look at how many freaking cards were released. Out of these 11, 12 cards, I have 6 of them, so I have half. Yeah, too many cards. So now we're going to start, the bottom tiers are going to start filling out, I believe. Putting Ancient One here, I know it is a kind of like a really good in certain Cerebro decks, but outside of that, yeah, I've never see it played. Clea, I also never see played, and I don't know, is Clea bad? I feel like Clea is just like, I just never see anyone using it. Hellions coming up here with Hydra Stomper, it's if you get it, like you can use it in your move deck if you're missing pieces, but it's usually not one of the first options. Nightmare, maybe the most fun card in the game, but it's worse than Ares. But it's in that same group of Sauron guys, Destroy Ability guys. Nightmare, one of the most fun cards ever made. I've only ever heard people crap on Scratch. It's apparently a terrible card. I've gotten absolutely wrecked by Kid Omega in certain scenarios. It's a great card for the Destroy archetype. I honestly don't think I've ever seen Morgan Le Fay played. Like, this row is just cards that I never see anyone I never face, so how great can they really be? I'm gonna put Kayle here, because I don't think she's as bad as this row. I mean, the extra energy, being able to activate whenever you want, is pretty good. It's like a different kind of Psylocke, essentially. So I have actually built an entire deck dedicated to getting Cobra to be useful. He was awesome that one week when Kang got changed and everyone was playing Kang. I was just using Cobra and destroying Kangs left and right. Also, it kills Horde. So if your opponent has a huge Horde and you have Cobra in your pocket, it's really cool. It's technically a tech card like Gorgon, but it's like so niche that like Gorgon can just be slapped in and help. Well, Cobra needs an entire deck dedicated to it, and you have to face Horde. Like, that's the only time Cobra is worth it, when your whole deck is Cobra based and you're facing Horde. Then it's a good card. I really like Dormammu. I run a Dormammu version of Destroy, but yeah, he's not an essential Destroy. He kind of is his own archetype, but not in a way. I kind of want to reserve this row for like must-haves. I don't think he's a must-have. If you really like Dormammu, you should get him. Like, that's what this yellow tier is like, if you really, really like him, that style, get him. But these tiers, these three, purple, blue, and green, are like, I'm pretty sure everyone should get those cards. Speaking of everyone should get those cards, yeah, I'm moving. This right now is probably the best card in the game. It's so versatile. Yeah, look at these twos. The twos are strong. Merlin, his spells, if you don't know how good Merlin is, then you're probably not playing the game that much, because I see him in like 1 in 5 matches from the opponent. Mercury I think Mercury used to be in this tier, but now she's kind of just regulated to tech to when move is out of control. But her combo with Cannonball used to be insane, and she was probably better than Merlin back then. So July came around, and it introduced the new premium season pass, Fantastic card. This thing was busted when it came out, and now I think it's just it's a really good card, but I don't think it's as good as these guys up here. Yeah, I'm glad where I settled with Fantastic card, because he's a card that goes up here, you know what I mean? Human Torch is a card that goes up here. Ben Grimm's is a card that goes up here. I think Ben Grimm's is like essentially just wins a lane. He is a really good card. Pedro, the original version of him when he was a 2 was the best card in the game for a little bit, so they nerfed him hard. But he's still pretty good. I'm gonna go down to good, actually. Yeah, he's still good. He's good for all the same reasons Herbie is, just a solid activate card. Yeah, I think I see these two guys more than I see any card here. Honestly, now that I'm looking at this, is Fantastic card worse than? No, it's not that low. Yeah, I'm putting Invisible Woman up here. She's a great card. She's really strong. when you have the specific setup, she needs to go right next to Prodigy. And while we're moving these guys around, I think these two are honestly better than the ongoing core. Yeah. And I saved the worst for last, yeah. Mole Man's probably the best of these bad cards. Mad Thinker might be the worst card in the game. I tried to use it in my V-Hand deck for a bit with like V-Hand, Merlin, Collector, Kate Bishop. Yeah, Mad Thinker is a terrible card. So this season gave us a buttload of more cards, and two of them are like two of the best tech cards in the game, so I'm just going to start with that. Stardust is amazing. I think Mercury's probably better than it, but these guys are just like, it's a negative, it counters. Mercury used to be better than it. I mean, if you hate freaking Armanzola and Nimrod, Stardust is your best friend. And then, of course, Ghost Rider really changed the game when he came in. He just was a stronger Enchantress, you know what I mean? Like a better Red Guardian, you know? Like, it's Cosmic Ghost Rider is like, until Deafening Chord came out, like, Cosmic Ghost Rider was probably the best deck card. Red Hulk used to be the de facto, like, lane-winning card, but Galactus is that card now, and is just beefcake, really strong. Hell, I think Thing is right after it too. I think First Steps and Galactus, yeah, these guys are the two, like, they're lane winners, you know what I mean? Airwalker and Firelord I don't have, but I've been whooped by a deck that uses them. Like, there's some niche destroy cores that they go really good with, honestly. Dormammu wasn't that great either. He's probably going with those guys. Like, I'm just going to keep all the destroy guys together right there. I spent tokens on Fallen One. I've tried to make him work in a lot of decks. Man Spider made him better. Symbiote Spider makes him better. Shuri makes him better, but you gotta jump through hoops to get him to work, and when you do get that, 16 energy turn, they just retreat anyways. I know this card can do some damage with that, repeating those on reveals, so I think it's up here with these guys in this tier. I personally love Redshift because I love Agatha, so you don't get this card unless you like playing Agatha, but if you want to play Agatha, he is 100% the most important card. Terrax is the same logic. If you like Darkhawk, Terrax is one of the best cards in the game. If you don't like Darkhawk, don't get him. So September gave us another freaking buttload of cards, a lot of just crazy number of cards, yeah. So I'm just going to start rapid firing off the bad ones. Jim Hammond is bad. Jim Hammond's probably better than these guys, but Jim Hammond's bad. Awesome Andy, I know it gets a little bit of play, but I think it's still bad. It's probably worse than Elixir, I'd say. Super Adaptoid, you thought it would be good stealing the activates. It's not. It's a bad card. Never gets used. There's just better options to use. Hate to say it, but Warlock is a bad card. The fact that it steals your She-Hulk discounts makes it a bad card. I'm gonna put Danger with the averages, but you gotta work for it to make her good. She's a 4-cost activate, which are always a risk. Another 4-cost activate, Omega Sentinel, I think is a lot. Omega Sentinel is a lot better because it's just more consistent. Like, it's a more consistent version of it. Omega Sentinel is kind of Ancient One for sure. Danger has a higher ceiling, but lower floor technically. Omega Sentinel is more consistent. Moira is a great card. Moira was kind of busted when it was released. Destroy just has so many options, so Moira is one of the best destroy options. Like, it's amazing. I know Bastion's good with like Cerebro hand gen, and honestly I think it's a pretty good card. Like, when you can get the work off, it's like a better, I put it like with Ancient One and how useful it can be. Viv is honestly a pretty sweet card. If I didn't have a bunch of other Surfer cards, I'd probably spend the tokens on Viv. I already have a pretty solid buff deck already, and I just got Maverick. Viv is good if you are lacking other like buff needs. Sparky might be the best move enabler in the entire game. It's a great move card, but only great for move. I'm gonna put Jocasta right behind Prodigy and Invisible Woman. These three, if you can get them all in one lane and you don't get Cosmic Ghost Rider or whatever, yeah, you win the game. She's a great like combo enabler. So October gave us the zombies, and they're kind of hard to rank. I'll probably put like a lot of them near each other. Let's start with the ones that aren't like horde themed. So like Headpool is right here, just because Destroy has so many good options that like I don't see anyone ever running Headpool. I think Zombie Power Man is very similar to Redshift kind of thing. It's probably better than Redshift. But yeah, that targeted discard, it's like it's clutch, and it can it's a good card. I would get it if it came up in my shop. I don't have it though. Colonel America, yeah, it's not a bad card per se, but like it's a good discard card. I'd probably put it after it's better than Omega, I think, but I don't think it's better than the woman Silver Surfer. I know Zombie Captain Marvel can get some crazy stuff done, but I feel like she's like a Morgan Le Fay, where it's like so inconsistent or so like out there. You have to go out there to get it done, that it's usually not worth the squeeze. Out of all the horde generators, Zombie Sentry's probably the worst one, so that's why he's gonna go here in the good tier. Yeah, he's probably the worst of all the horde makers. Great horde makers, I would put these three bad boys. They all kind of help each other out. Zombie Mr. Fantastic is probably the most versatile. Zombie Giant Man is, how you get big, and Zombie Scarlet Witch is the most consistent. So consistency, going tall, and then this one he can fit in, more niche stuff. And that leaves us with the Hunger and Zombie Galacti. These are archetype, like if you want to run a Galacti deck, you have to have him. He is his own deck style. Hunger is the horde. I mean, Zombie Scarlet Witch was the season pass card, but Hunger is the best horde creator. So I don't know, it's a crowd of people. It's a feeling. They get to be the essential. So if you want a horde, you have to get Hunger. Chameleons is one of those cards that like, if you get the combo off, it's busted, but it's kind of a lot of hoops to jump through, and the decks it's in are usually fine without him. Web Sling is good if because it's cheap. There's so many better move options, but so you can't really be considered good when there's just way more move cards that I'd rather have. Ezekiel Sims is kind of just like a worse Batroc. Really never have faced it. I don't own it. Deafening Chord is now the best tech card in the game. I think it's just the ability to just have a one cost that just shuts things up. It's a better Red Guardian and a smaller Cosmic Ghost Rider. Command Spider is a card that's great for what it does, but it only does one thing and pretty much nothing else. There's no variance. It's just good at making a big ass body. I really like Hydra Man. I have a deck fully dedicated to it, but the fact that I have a deck fully dedicated just to making Hydra Man good is not the best sign. Yeah, it's kind of like Fallen 1 tier. Prowler I thought was going to be a lot more busted when it came out. Like, maybe it's just because move isn't very meta right now, but I thought Prowler would be in a higher tier, but I don't really know if it is quite yet. So maybe it will get there. These cards are still pretty fresh. So this month and next month and the month before, and everything could be moving around depending on the meta. I'm gonna put Noir with the other move guys, because the new just give the top deck in your top card in your deck 8 power is like a kind of a crazy ability, and then if you do get his little quest off, it's even better. These two spiders are in the great tier. Superior is probably the best one. That extra ramp is really good. It's like this or Luna Snow. I mean, I guess outside of like Wiccan decks are probably the best rampers. Punk is really good too. He can go in he's better than these cards. He's probably I'll put him right in front of Man Spider. He's great in move, really consistent in move. Not as good as Sparky, but very good move card. Any card that steals power is generally pretty good, or can steal power multiple times. Because I got Laufey down here, because he just steals power once. Spider Punk, he could steal 3 different times, and that's a huge swing. December came out with a buttload of cards, and honestly, it's too early to say. I've been hearing bad things about Phantom X. I'm just going to put him here in average just to be safe, but I haven't heard good things. Wade is pretty trash. Yeah, nobody runs Wade. It's probably worse than Uncle Ben. Weapon X was crazy when it came out, but it's like Destroy has so many good options that you kind of don't even need. Yeah, it's still great though. It's still a great card, but there's just like better Destroy things to do generally. Does that mean it's not great then? Yeah, let's put it at the top of good. Weapon X is really good though. Like, but Destroy is just that kind of archetype where you don't need it. You know, you can make an insane Destroy deck without it, but it is still really freaking good. Speaking of really good Destroy, yeah, this thing is busted, bro. Fastball Special is great. Yeah, that's why I can't have Weapon X in great, because Fastball Special isn't great. Yeah, this thing's really good. I guess Moira probably could be moved back a bit. Honestly, no, Moira is busted too, and I'm going to put freaking Adamantium Infusion right up with them, because yeah, these Destroy cards are insane. Getting multiple deaths is insane. That stupid combo is super annoying. Galactus can do it. Yeah, like, I've been running Cosmo just to freaking spite these people. Once they set something up, I just lay a Cosmo down in the lane that I know Fastball is coming in, and it's really satisfying. I got Weapon H thinking it was going to be amazing, and it's honestly not that good. Like, it helped my discard deck, but like, there's a lot of good discard options. Yeah, it's like Weapon X, where they're really good in their specific niches, but discard and destroy have a billion options, and a lot of them are just better than these two. Maybe in a different meta they'd be better. Chamber's good. I've seen some big chambers. I know I've seen some videos online. People can get chamber pretty good, pretty big. Maverick, I think, is in the same tier as chamber. It's just diverse. It's strong. Yeah, like, those two guys, like, they can do a lot of work. And these cards are all really new. So Marrow, all I know is I faced a Marrow and it freaking spanked me the other day, like last night. So I'm putting it up here with great. I don't know if that's premature or what, but I think that's a fair assessment. And then, kind of crazy, but I guess Wild Child is archetype defining. If the new archetype is freaking discard destroy, so I guess Wild Child should be up there. And Aurora also is a new archetype, which is very cool. Yeah, Aurora I would put above Zombie Galacti, just because Zombie Galacti you gotta jump through more hoops. So I'm looking over the whole thing, and honestly, all these guys could just be in this row. I think this would just be more fair to put them like this. All these cards I think are must-owns, except for Gorgon. So I'm going to move Gorgon somewhere else. Moving Gorgon into the good tier, because it only does one like thing, but it does it really well. So it's kind of like, and that's kind of the vibe I've been doing for this tier. So now that I'm looking over the whole thing, yeah, Stardust is the only one I don't have. I have Deafening Chord pinned, so I'll get it eventually, but Stardust is the only one I don't have, and once it comes around, I'm definitely getting it with my tokens. But Merlin's the best card of the year. Like, that's just a fact. It probably would have been Captain Falcon if he didn't get nerfed into Oblivion. Maybe even Mercury, but Mercury got nerfed too. And Mercury got nerfed, and Mercury's still really good. I think these are must-owns right here. And essentially, if you like discard, Khonshu is a must-own. If you like Horde, Hunger is a must-own. If you like Aurora's style decks, Aurora's a must-own. You know what I mean? You get it. These, I personally only have Hunger and Khonshu out of these three. But I was thinking about Aurora a lot, but I really want a card for next season, so I wanted to save my tokens instead of spending on her. I think a lot of these are fair. Like, maybe Terrax shouldn't be in here, or maybe, I don't know if Marrow really should be in here. But, like, if you really like Ongoing, these 4 cards are a must. If you really like Discard, Bullseye's a must. If you really like Ramp, Spider-Man's great. If you really like doing bullcrap, Galactus, or... This combo is obnoxious. They better freaking nerf one of these, because it's too good right now. If you really like Destroy. Here, let's move Kid Omega so he can be with the other Destroy boys. You know what I mean? If you really like Destroy, get these. If you really like Move, get Sparky, and then I'd say Spider-Punk is next best. Yeah, or get Spider-Punk and Sparky. If you really like, you know, just having a huge body, huge strong body, these two guys are great. If you really like playing the Hood and Hammers, Firestar is amazing. If you really like just making a huge freaking body and throwing down a Living Tribunal, Man Spider's amazing. Like that. If you really like End of Turn and ongoing, Prodigy, Invisible Woman, Jocasta are great. If you really like, you know, just buff decks, Maverick's great. If you really like big bodies, Chamber is great. Like, if you really like targeted discard, these two are solid. If you really like Horde, these three. Like, that is what this thing is. If you really like a specific archetype, these cards will make that archetype way better. That's just a fact. Versus these guys right here, even if you really like the archetype, there's usually a better option in I guess Gorgon. Yeah, Gorgon's weird because Gorgon only does one thing and it does it really, really well. But yeah, all these cards, I don't own all of them. I would pass on anything down here. I'm pretty much always passing on until you, like, I got Fallen One, I got Hydra Man, and I got Eson. I spent tokens on all these guys, and I'm like, I wish I didn't do that now. You know what I mean? And who knows, in a couple months, maybe everything, all these will be inaccurate. But as of right now, I would focus on these three tiers, purple, blue, green. And I think any cards made from these picks, Wild Child is a question mark. I wouldn't sign off on that yet. But anything else here, yeah, Wild Child and Marrow are too early to really sign off. But anything else in these groups, if you like what they do, they will do it really well for you, and I think they're worth spending tokens on. So, hope you guys all play for another year, and maybe I'll make another video like this. Who knows?